You see that too?
Papa? What is it? Please, just make it stop. Make it stop. I'm scared.
It's all right. I'm here. Ready, girl? Fly, Ambrosia. Have care.
It can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you!
Allow me.
I don't need... Please.
This won't.
You're right, men.
A little longer than I... Field Marshal Havel, I read...
No. Fuck. But I hadn't thought the... It's a... You're in my arrest.
Call me. It does all the...
Before... I'd have you on... What do you...
I won't deny that I seek a more fine for but it's...
You are none. Or next... but
what?
I don't... We...
I'm flattered, and I... Would we...
And,
oh, but
I suppose...
I shall.
My Lord Marquis, you're...
No, I can... Someone like Quinn... Ambrosia won't help me here. Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
girl. Quentin.
Do you? Go on. You'd have me convince the chief and do the one...
I know it's...
And the... And why might that be?
What he's asking. They want you to... We'll see.
It's...
Then what?
You know...
Then what? Only why turn... Who's to say?
A stirring... I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall some...
So you'll join. Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. I can arrange for a party of curse...
That would be... I hear the
My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape. Uncle, the Field Marshal has agreed. Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor. They will await your return.
One other?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful. He asked if...
One.
Master Quentin...
Another out. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their good thinking club.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier.
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quentin can solve our problem, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain short.
Oh, the 7 high houses. They have all agreed to make the most... Oh, of course it did, but luckily...
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumour has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward, Rockford, from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a...
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private dock, and when the other houses saw them... Now, join us there.
Of course.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the camp?
You find it? That is unless...
Well, that's certainly 8 left.
Says the my soul, they'll be...
Perhaps I might... Those supply... Allow them to... two such... Rutherford's...
Us?
I can't...
Clive?
And what kind...
Criminal? You are not...
Ups...
Ones...
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the currents. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron.
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea! Well, my boy.
But it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will.
What do you think that thing is?
And how the hell is Sid gonna deal with that?
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story. If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Clive, do you have a moment?
Of course.
I wanted to give you something.
Is this?
I stitched it from the cloth you gave Hortense. The piece she said you liked best. I told her I used to enjoy needlework, but I didn't think she'd remember.
It's beautiful, Jill. You didn't have to.
When I was very little, I recall my mother telling me that young ladies of the court would give knights ribbons from their hair before they went off to war. I still wear mine, so I made you this instead. White is the color of faith. Faith in your friends, your family, your purpose. Unblemished, unfeigned. Just like my faith in you.
Our faith. May it ever steer us true.
And may it ever bring you back to me. I will always, always be here.
Thank you, Jill.
What's on your mind, Clive? Somewhere in the back of my... I know. Thank you. And so for now... Right. the skies. In the crystal.
Say what you will,
pining for something, boy? What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
Heartache, like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 sub...
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal? All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there. It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure. We won't be long. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home. Sorry for the wait. We're ready. Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we've returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us, to let her know that we still need her. now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the duchy, and Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill?
To see the snow daisies. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandit?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of.
Then why not ask someone who might?
Someone in the backyard. Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our...
This should tide us over until the new moon.
I need your... Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow.
Snow daisies. Then you'll... I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, both have similar climbs and the right
Right.
Did you learn?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows.
The fields beyond Northreach. I recalled that she kept the record of our travel, so I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew.
Whose shores border the meadows.
And how might I help the garrison today?
Things didn't fight like men.
The meadows are vast. Why do we we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there. See them?
I do. The flowers and our friends. See, boy. Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
It's over. That was hard. But found her. It was worth it.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them.
It appears my work is done. Well, we wouldn't want.
Vivian, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be...
Please. You have always granted me your... It's only right that I return.
You are too kind. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found. But perhaps it is best that you hear the detail.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today.
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you. Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern... scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Do you think they'll come back?
Of course they will. It's just a big crystal. How hard could it be?
One of these. If by, I reckon.
But just master.
Sounds like a.